I had a good time playing lawn darts. Well, hey everyone, time again for another Willie's Ramblin' and Pickup video. Been to a lot of places over the past couple of weeks. I went down to Jacksonville, Florida this week. Last week I was up in New Jersey, running around visiting all kinds of stores. Some of the places I visited. Well, first off, I visited Trade One, which is down in Edison, New Jersey. This place had loads and loads of retro stuff. Stuff in boxes and bins. All kinds of really cool items. I can see why they still have the stuff there. Nothing is really priced. Stuff that is priced, they tend to say that's not the real price on the item, and they proceed to look it up on eBay or whatever to give you the most current price. So if you pick up a lot of different things, you're going to be standing there for quite a while as they price each and every item out on eBay. It's not worth my time. I did find some stuff there, but I never bought it. I just walked out because I wasn't going to stand there while they priced everything on eBay. I'll just go buy it off at eBay. But I did find one NES game that I really wanted. It was Digger T-Rock. This did have a price tag on it. It was $19.99, and it said on the price tag it was missing the manual. I looked in the box, and it was missing the manual. So, okay, cool. $20, man. I'll buy this game. I've been wanting this one. So I take it up to the counter, and they say, oh, no, that's not the price. I'm like, but it says it right there, $19.99. Nope, someone else put that on there. We got to look it up on the internet. So they looked it up, and it was like $30. I'm like, really? I left. So I really don't recommend going to that store in Edison, Trade One. They have a sister store. I guess they're just opening down in Trenton, New Jersey, called Retrios or something like that. If they do the same stuff down there, I'll probably never darken their door either. But moving on from that, another game store I visited up there while I was in New Jersey. This one was over in Somerville, and it was called, what was it called? Retro Classics Video Games. It's on Division Street. They have like a little mall-like walkway right there. They have some restaurants. There's an arcade called Yesterday's Arcade down towards the opposite end from where this game store is, and that's a really awesome arcade. So if you're in Somerville or visiting, head on down to Division Street, check out Yesterday's Arcade, maybe get some really cool, really good empiatas at the Division Street Cafe right there, and then visit Retro Classics. It's a nice little area to visit. I was really impressed with it. Saw a lot of cool things at Retro Classics. You know, they had a boxed Atari 5200. It looks like they had a boxed and sealed Atari Jaguar hanging up on the wall, which was cool. Lots of Atari 2600 games there. A lot of box games. I did buy some stuff while I was there. The owner was very friendly. Really helpful too. Really great little store to visit in Somerville. Besides that, I went to Jacksonville, Florida this week. I hit about 3 different stores down there looking for retro stuff. The first one I hit was Video Game Rescue. It's a neat little store, not a whole lot in there. I did see a Vectrex in there with some games for sale. They have a nice little arcade area in the back room, some nice pinballs and some classic video arcade games in there. Pretty nice little store. The next one I visited was Games Galore. Another fairly decent store. There's a lot of movies in this store. They have quite a bit of retro. Not a lot of Atari stuff in there. A lot of Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, PlayStation. You know, I did see a Sega Saturn in there, some Sega 3D glasses, and Odyssey 2 in the box. But it was still a really good store to visit. Now, my favorite store that I visited in Jacksonville. I can't recommend this store enough. Pixel Age Video Games. Wow, this store is incredible. This guy started his business at the flea market. He had 2 different booths. His name is RJ. And this past April, he decided to have a brick and mortar store. So he opened up a brick and mortar store. So it's a fairly new store down there in the Jacksonville area. It's towards Jacksonville Beach. A lot of cool stuff in this store. They had a Virtual Boy in there, and a lot of other cool Nintendo stuff. Some stuff I've never seen before, like some Nintendo walkie-talkies, stuff like that. And RJ is very friendly, a very talkative guy. He's very enthusiastic about the hobby. It was a nice, refreshing conversation I had with him. And what's really nice, even though you see stuff priced, marked on his stuff on in there, he doesn't mind haggling. He'll haggle with you, so you don't have to pay what it says on there. Just make some offers, talk it out, you know. He's a very friendly guy. He does have a lot of regulars, and you can tell they frequent the store quite a bit because I saw his phone is ringing like crazy. People called him up. So that's really cool. So some cool game stores to visit. Now, on to some pickups. I've had some great pickups this past 2 weeks. Pretty exciting stuff. Right off the bat, though, I want to thank my bud, the No Swear Gamer, here on YouTube. Be sure to check out his channel. He does a lot of game reviews and a lot of other neat little videos. He's a lot of fun to watch. It's all family friendly, and he's a neat little cookie to watch, man. I enjoy watching his videos. But he sent me a boxed Galaga for the 1700. So that's awesome. I really appreciate getting this from him. I just recently got another 1700. I wasn't going to have another one, but I couldn't. This one was given to me. So I decided, okay, what the heck? I'll just start collecting boxed arcade conversions to the 1700 to put up on the shelf. I ain't going to collect all the games, just the arcade ports. But also, he sent me something very special. He sent me another Galaga cart that's a hack. Who did this on Atari Age? I should remember this. I gotta look it up. Kevin MOS3 of an Atari Age made a special version of Galaga that has more enhanced graphics. Looks more like the arcade. So I'll put them up here side by side, and you can see the original one over here and its graphics, and then the enhanced one that Kevin did over here. Isn't that awesome? I really like this enhanced version of Galaga on the 1700. It's so cool. So yeah, again, Phil, thank you very much. You really made my day. Send me this cartridge, man. You really did. See, what else did I find? I found a ball blazer for the 1700. I went ahead and I picked up two of these, actually. The other one I've already sent off to Albert over at Atari Age, because I want to have him make it into a Super Circus Atari for the 1700, which I'll be doing a video on here soon when I get it back. And the reason why you needed a ball blazer cart is because it has the Pokey chip in it, and the new homebrew game does use the Pokey chip for music. So I did want that version. So I got two. I kept the better of the two, so I'll keep this in my collection. The other one had a messed up label and it was pretty nasty, so I sacrificed it. I'm not one to do that, to sacrifice a classic thing to get a homebrew, but I really wanted Super Circus Atari with the Pokey chip. I tried to find a Pokey chip by itself, but I couldn't. So anyway, Ball Blazer. Fun game. I used to play that a lot on my Atari 8-bit. Also for my 1700, I got a hold of Miss Pac-Man. Another arcade conversion to the 1700 that's really, really good. A lot of fun to play. So another one to add to my arcade conversion for my 1700. Let's see, another gun. Oh, here we go. I love this game on the Sega Saturn. Power Slave. Ooh, reflection. Power Slave. Fun little 3D kind of shoot 'em up kind of game. I really loved it on the Saturn. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't have analog controls. I like these kind of games to have analog controls instead of just D-pad. But even with the D-pad control, it does work really well, and it plays really nice. It's a fun little 3D shoot 'em up game. So I'm really happy to have this in my collection since I no longer have a Sega Saturn. I got rid of all my Sega Saturn stuff because a lot of my discs was getting the disc rot. That's where these little holes start to appear in the surface of the disc and they'll stop reading. And I guess Sega CD was really notorious for that, for disc rot. So I decided just to blow everything out, get rid of it. I told everybody that some of these discs have the little disc rot and stuff. Buy at your own risk. Just blew everything out because I didn't want to have a bunch of junk sitting here. Let's see, what else? Oh, another game. Oh, yeah. For my Xbox collection, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Tides of War. Now, I love Castle Wolfenstein. Played living daylights out of it on the Atari, not Atari, my home computer I had at the time. I had a 386 that I played this on, and when it was shareware from id. And I like all these sequels they made for it. I love Castle Wolfenstein games. I love the one on the PS4. That's a lot of fun. So I'm really happy to get this in my Xbox collection. For my Sega Genesis, I picked up a cool game I knew nothing about. That's called Outlander. It's kind of like a Mad Max game. You can you drive your car. You can shoot these machine guns out of your car. You can shoot out the side window at the guys on motorcycles. There's other levels too. I haven't really played it that much to get into the other levels, mainly because Willie can't play games very well. But yeah, this game is really a lot of fun. It's like playing Mad Max. Cool. And then for my ColecoVision, I couldn't help myself. I picked up a boxed Popeye for the ColecoVision. I don't really collect box games, but this guy was all alone down in Jacksonville. Only ColecoVision game I even seen in all the 3 stores I went into, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up, throw it up on the shelf. So, pretty cool. I've already got this game, but I'll just leave it in the box and stick it up there on the shelf. Maybe I'll get some other box ColecoVision games in the future, ones I really like Pepper 2, Venture, that kind of thing. Maybe the arcade ones only, like I'm doing for the 1700. That'd be cool. I'll collect all the arcade ports for the ColecoVision box. That'd be kind of neat. Something really special added to my collection this week was a Q*bert tabletop from Parker Brothers. I have been after this little bad boy for 3 years. Finally got it. And it's in really good shape, too. I'm debating on getting the new reproduction decals. I put new decals on it to make it look really nice. I just don't know. I don't know if I just want to leave it stock or go ahead and put the reproduction decals on there and make it look like it's brand new. I'm debating on that still. I will be making a video of this in the near future, though. Love those VFD games. Now for some non-gaming items, I found this really neat Pac-Man. I guess it's a little Pac-Man lunchbox, a little cookie tin or something. It's pretty neat. It's got the maze on top. That's awesome. Little carry handles. A lot of nice artwork. I couldn't pass this up. This thing looked really cool sitting up there on the shelf. So I went ahead and picked it up anyway. Found a really cool Marvel Star Wars comic. The collector's edition. I had this when it came out back in the day. Really happy to find this again. I wish I'd never got rid of my original because it was pristine. But this one's cool. So it's really neat having the comic book back by Marvel of Star Wars. Awesome. And then from my buddy RK, I found him something really cool over the past couple weeks for him to hang up on his wall. I found a bead art Batman. I'm Batman. Cool. And then the last thing I picked up for the Toy Tune podcast, I'll be making a video on this, is the Grand Prix driving set. Now, I always wanted one of those shopper, you drive it toys. Never did get one. Thought about buying one on eBay. They go for quite a bit when they're in the box. So I decided, you know what the heck, I'll get something that's similar just to make a video on and talk about the shopper you drive it as well. Well, lo and behold, I found this. Pretty much the same thing as a you drive it, but it's a little bit more advanced. It has like 3 different speeds. You got a neat little card you can drive around. It's a lot neater looking than the shopper one. So I'm looking forward to making a Toy Tune video on this here in the near future. And it is sealed in the box. Pretty awesome. All right. So that's all the pickups and the ramblings. One last thing. I almost forgot to mention this. September 30th, down in Wilmington, North Carolina, they have the Comic, Toy, and Hobby Show. Now, it's going to be from 10 to 5 at the Wilmington Moose Lodge, number 343, at 4610 Carolina Beach Road. I plan on going to this. I got a buddy who's going to be down there with a booth from Rick's Comics and Games. So I'll probably be hanging out with him, or I'll be roaming around the show floor. If you guys are in the area around this time or whatever, come by and visit the toy show, man. You might see me running around in there. I'll be the guy wearing the black shirt that says Arcade USA on it. I'll be the rotund guy. So I should be easy to spot. Tall and rotund. Anyway, looking forward to going to that show, man. So, until next time, everyone, keep it retro.